Let's go!
Would you believe that this has actually never happened before? There is about to be an award show for Twitch streamers. It's called the Streamer Awards. Is this the third year? Oh God, did I miss I must have missed the first year completely. My bad. It's gotten bigger and bigger every single year, so don't get me wrong. It's my bad. Yeah, this is QT's Awards. It was in LA. It was like okay. So some people were in there. For last year's Streamer Awards, there was nothing in relation to fighting games except one thing. There was a nomination, not for fighting games in some specific way. It was for Smash Brothers. Just Smash. Fighting games weren't exactly like popping off last year super hard. There wasn't, new Street Fighters. There wasn't new Mortal Kombats. There wasn't like all this, crazy stuff that's happening where fighting games are even more relevant now than probably ever. We run in this category. We run in this genre that is always sort of like niche. And the only time we really get people to pay attention to fighting games at EVO. That's pretty much it. So that's the big focus where it's like, hey, everyone show up at EVO. EVO's the big thing. It's like, hey, fighting games are dope, right? Come hang out. Long story short, I got some heads up and people started talking to me about this. And I'm like, what are you guys talking about? There is, no joke, a nomination for several things in here this year. Notably, like a few of them that I'm interested in. Creative arts, MMO, strat games, chess streamer, software and game dev streamer. That one was like exclusively made for, Pirate Software, the guy that pretty much owns YouTube Shorts right now. This was like made for him. And holy shit, best fighting games streamer. I appreciate that it's like fighting games. It's like Street Fighter 6, Smash Brothers Ultimate, Melee, Mortal Kombat, Tekken 7. Hey, of all of those, the only one I didn't stream was Melee. To be completely honest, Melee is the only one I haven't put in there. Speedruns, Hidden Gems, Battle Royale, FPS, Rising Stars, Roleplay, Minecraft. Damn, Minecraft is some dedicated. Best IRL streamer, Stream Game of the Year. This should be Lethal Company for sure. This should be Lethal Company. Shared channel, content organization, stream series, streamed event, international streamer. I hope Evo is in chat. Go if you're gonna vote for this stuff, go vote for Evo. Holy shit. Does it have a chance of winning? I don't care. Just go vote for it, dude. Best international streamer, breakthrough VTuber. Best just chatting streamer, variety streamer, Sapphire Award. I think there's a lot of stuff in here too that's for streamers that don't have like, crazy viewership. So it isn't just people that have over 10,000 viewers or 2,000 viewers. There's actually spots in here for folks that are, between like 100 to like 500 and stuff like that, which is good. League of Their Own, Gamer of the Year, Streamer of the Year, cool, right? Cool. So there seems to be some pretty good things in here, especially relevant to like fighting game stuff. This came like hot off the heels where I also got notified of something else about last year. We spent not the entire year only exclusively playing fighting games. I play a lot of fighting games on this channel. I actually have to go and show it to you, like how many we actually do. Most of them technically don't even count as fighting games by most modern metrics. So if you play a lot of this old shit, like really old stuff that goes back decades, it doesn't specifically count for the same metrics from what I understand as a Tekken 7 or a Street Fighter 4, 5, and 6 or, a new Mortal Kombat, all that kind of shit, right? If you go back and you play like a bunch of UMK3, a lot of them get lumped under this like retro moniker, and it's like, oh, okay, so I don't know if that's technically counting as like legacy fighting games. So long story short, how much of my channel is that? A lot, dude. Play new hot shit a bit, and then obviously like new content and stuff like that. But dude, like the majority of my channel is playing old stuff and like old fighting games and Marvel 2 and CVS 2 and Tekken 5 and much less the legacy stuff we're going on through right now. I preface that because somehow we inched out top fighting game streams in 2023, and this is I kind of directly associated this with the fact that we got new Mortal Kombat, new Street Fighter, dude. We were doing numbers on a brand new MK and a brand new Street Fighter, so of course this is the case, right? Of course, in a situation where it's like, a large majority of my stream is newer fighting games, not all of it is, and it's also other stuff on top of it with like variety and things like that. Crazy enough, somehow we made it. I don't know how the heck we did it. And that's pretty much just a whole bunch of Street Fighter 6, whole bunch of, I think, Mortal Kombat 1 in that time frame. Much less a, you know, healthy chunk to some older fighting games that are hopefully counting as well. If we click on this thing, I can show you it. Let's go to select year 2023, last year. Select year 20... Shut the hell up. We did dedicate quite a bit of time to Street Fighter 6 and Mortal Kombat 1. I kind of got that from, you know, the times we played MK1 and Street Fighter 6, which is great to be considered amongst some of the, you know, highest echelon of friggin' folks that are streaming fighting games like Daigo and stuff like that. It's nuts. But what I'm also trying to say is I don't even think it counts all the other old stuff, right? I think obviously like UMK3, MKX, 7, 8, it counts that stuff. KI definitely probably counts that. VF5, sure, you know. Smash Brothers Ultimate, obviously. Then we get to Third Strike. We get to, I think Naraka is also technically counted as a fighting game. GBVSR starts scrolling, bro. So there's MK9. Played a bit of Strive. Street Fighter 5 was in there as well. Played some Dragon Ball Fighters for a couple of streams. Alpha 3, some KOF 15, DNF Duel, Super Turbo, Tekken 3, Tag 2. Like, Jesus Christ. How did we play 5 hours and 40 minutes of Tekken 3 last year, much less almost 6 hours of Tag Tournament 2. Ultra Street Fighter 4, you know, VF4 Evo, good lord, this is only last year. MK11 somehow. Injustice 1, yeah, we had some time dedicated to that. Tekken 5 Vanilla, Hyper SF2, Soul Calibur 6, Street Fighter 2 Vanilla, Urban Reign, maybe doesn't count, Alpha 2, Alpha 1, Power Stone 2, Xrd Rev 2, a little bit. Fighting Vipers 2, hell yeah, brother. CVS 2, UMK3, MK Trilogy. There's a lot of shit in there, bro. The metrics of Twitch on how much you actually play fighting games kind of come down to the top few. If it's a lot of this old shit, if it's full of things like, you know, Injustice 1 or Hyper SF2 or, you know, weird shit like Soul Calibur 4 and 3, and it doesn't add all of that up in a specific way that as a meaningful metric, because those games just do not get enough population to have their, what's it called, to have their metadata actually change to the point where it's like, oh, well, it obviously populates here. I really appreciate the people that have been supporting the stream. I really appreciate the people that went forward and just joined in for what is actually my biggest year ever on Twitch and YouTube, believe it or not. In terms of viewership, in terms of retention, like all that stuff, it was actually my quite literally best year ever. And of course it was, dude. We got a new Street Fighter and it was banging, and we got a new Mortal Kombat 1 and at least I liked it. The funny thing about this is that we learn a bit more. The full fighting game recap of 2023, here's a really interesting metric. The #1 watched fighting game in 2023 was obviously Street Fighter 6 by a metric ton, followed by Smash Ultimate, and then #3 is Party Animals, and what is #4? And that is crazy to me. Mortal Kombat 1 does not take up much of a spot in terms of overall viewership. And this comes directly next to another video that I saw Super put up, where Super made the same observation. He said that he likes the game a lot. Super's in the exact same boat as I am, because the gameplay is good in MK1, so we like it. We really enjoy it. But he did say 100% that as a MK1 content creator, people kind of dropped off really fast, like even faster than like Injustice 2, which is a bit crazy. The last fighting game I feel like hit really hard in that regard, where it like, whoa, this is sort of like astronomically big. Friggin' Dragon Ball, dude. Like, Dragon Ball is still huge. It's friggin' massive. So even getting like updates to Dragon Ball and making limited videos, if not streams on that, dude, everybody shows up because Dragon Ball's friggin' sick, bro. And it's like, yeah, I can kind of see why, because it's a huge game that really got a lot of people. It was interesting to see this list of which fighting games popped off the most last year and how big Street Fighter 6 actually is, because no shit. People are out of the honeymoon phase for Street Fighter 6 right now, and hey, man, I completely understand, but there is no way you're gonna be able to back up a thought process that this game's actually not good. There's no way. There's so many people now that have played and watched and, you know, bought Street Fighter 6 that it's sort of at a point where the amount of people that don't like it will seem like they account for a large majority, but they're not. It's just it's literally the definition of a vocal minority, because this game pops off for so many people that it's crazy. I really appreciate it, chat, and the moral of the story is that fighting games popped off really hard this year, and I was extremely lucky to be the person at the forefront of that, and I really appreciate it. I appreciate the fact that you guys have stuck around for me, and I think it's one of the reasons why this channel is so big is that we aren't just an individual fighting game. We are not specifically focused around one thing, whether it's Street Fighter or exclusively Marvel or exclusively KI or exclusively MK or any of that kind of stuff. It is like, it's a culmination of literally this entire genre as best as I friggin' can. With that being said, go nominate your best fighting game streamer. It could be anybody. Yeah, there's a lot of fighting game streamers. There's a lot of folks that, you know, put even more time and more effort into their content than I do. There's a lot of folks that have been doing this for just as long as I have. All I got to say is that having this category up here is really cool. And the moral of this entire topic is that this has really never been done before. No shit.